Well, this is Interstellar Radio. Today's date is January 19th, 2020. Retro Sierra greetings.
Greetings.
All right. All right, we'll start wherever you like to begin.
All right. Well, we need a list. The first topic we want to bring up is Bermuda,
Mm-hmm.
in which you wanted to know about the
Yeah, Illuminati.
Illuminati energies there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a hideout.
I see Bermuda more as a gateway.
Okay.
There's a mixed energy there. It's kind of it is a hideout, of course, but at the same time there is more the gateway to. It's actually connected to Agartha in some ways. It's connected to Mother Earth. Uh, energy there is very strong. But at the same time, yes, there is some. It's a lot of their magical energy is there. It's very light energy. The vibration's higher there. So as far as the Illuminati presence, I don't see too much darkness there, too much activity there, but it is sort of a gateway area.
So there is a presence there of some kind, right?
Mostly economic, but not.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's not a negative physical presence there. So it's a little bit too high vibrational.
Yeah, because people go there to. It's kind of like Switzerland in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of, but maybe more joyful.
Yes, of course.
Because it has the beaches. It is expensive.
It is very expensive. Yes, it is sort of a different world in a sort. It is very disconnected from the rest of the normal. Yeah. It is more joyful and light there. Like I said, it's connected to your Agartha. Connected to a higher vibrational kind of corner of the earth, I should say, yeah. But yes, there is an economic presence there, of course, but it's not much of a physical one.
Yeah, it's where I'm looking for? Yeah, it's slower there. I mean, they get stuff, technology wise.
Right.
They don't get any of that stuff anytime soon. So
there's actually a lot of elemental energy there too.
Yeah. But it's just there for healing.
Mm-hmm.
Major, it's like kind of like a fountain of youth in some regard.
Yes, exactly.
What is his name? Actors out there. I forget the name of his name.
Actually, it does have a connection to Atlantis as well.
Yeah.
It does look like it was once like a holy site.
Yeah, Michael Douglas lives out there. His family and his father is like in his hundreds now, I think. That makes sense. So anyway.
Should I look him up?
So it's kind of like a fountain of youth.
Yes.
In some ways.
Yeah, I would say that it. Again, I'm looking at pictures of Michael Douglas right now, and although he does look old, you can tell he has that kind of energy in him.
Yeah. Kind of like a youthful energy a little bit. Yeah. something about
The body is old. They're young. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's like a rehabilitation energy out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's where some Illuminati they hide their money there and stuff like that, probably.
Yeah. And actually, when you said rehabilitation, I just got the impression that actually people who are within the Illuminati, those who do the dirty work, sometimes will get away to Bermuda.
Yeah, go there to heal. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they get that explains a lot. I know their presence is there, but I don't know what they do. But they're still low profile.
It's very low profile, yeah. But it's not a negative presence, I'd say. It's actually just more positive.
So
But it's used by otherwise negative forces within the Illuminati.
okay, so it brings the better out of them. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It is a place of rehabilitation too.
Okay.
It was treated as sacred ground by the the Atlanteans. What I'm getting from it too.
Mm. All right. We'll have to look at the Cayman Islands though. She wanted to.
We can do that.
That's up to you.
Cayman Islands. Yes, I did get much lower elevations there.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. I do see actually a military presence there too.
Okay.
Just the view I get from it. It's kind of much more underground. There is some sort of facilities with the Cayman Islands, of course, too. Underground scientific and military facilities there. It's a lot. It's still a paradise in some sense, but the energy is like still much denser.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot. It's very tucked away, but it's also it has more of the this denser. Um, it's been battered by different negative energy forces in the past as well.
That's right. I forget that is out in the middle of nowhere. So
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
But it's also kind of like disconnected. It's sort of like I said, there's also kind of
it's pretty much out of the hurricane direction. I mean, it might get
right.
some stuff, but it's pretty much out of the way. Yeah, definitely. Yep, that's where a lot of the darkness is definitely done there. Then.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see it's actually at military. It's so close to Cuba as well. And if you think it's out there in the middle of the Caribbean Sea, so it has it does have a very strong military kind of presence there because it's a Cold War that's been connected to the United States, at least the rich and wealthy members of the United States. So it does have the connection to our military in a sense. Even if it's not. Is it part of the U.S.? I don't think it is.
No, I don't think so. I think it's part of Britain, or yeah, so it's part of Britain. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
But they are watching Cuba.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's part of the grand Western sphere, the control and manipulation sphere. The government of Britain and the United States are kind of just, it's all kind of the shadow governments work as one at some points. So
Yeah.
there is definitely a strong military presence there, a strong scientific presence there as well. So, but it's hidden, it's underground. It's kind of, yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, come here to paradise and you secret. Oh, that's a message I got. Like some of these elitists, they live on the beach in paradise,
Mm-hmm.
and they, they use their computers or whatever to make $1 million a day or whatever it is, and just lounge around or control the government. Some do, at least.
I mean, the energy you get from there, like just the people who live there, like naturally,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of like a trap in a sense. People who cannot get
Mm-hmm.
silent because
Mm-hmm.
it is used and manipulated. It is used and manipulated by the the higher um, governments of the world.
Well.
The energy feels like a trap in a sense. It's an
Mm-hmm.
island that they want to get off of.
Yeah.
Because it's very isolated and it's very it almost like Puerto Rico in a sense that even a bit more um dense.
I feel Google's energy is there.
Google's, yeah. I would say so.
I feel it. You think I would feel other companies? I feel Google mostly.
I see Amazon there too, or still Amazon there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
It's.
actually AI on
Mm-hmm.
AI beings. That makes sense of these facilities down there, the AI, testing, developing AI.
Yeah. Or hiding money is another thing. Making deals.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit
Actually,
of everything.
going back to the military thing, I see actually I see a team there that's working on like military based AI applications
Mm-hmm.
and also predictive technologies there too. So
Mm-hmm.
there's sort of the energy of like preparing for war. There's sort of a Cold War energy there too. So it's like preparing to execute those to invade or something, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It still hasn't quite let go of the Cold War.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh,
Uh,
anything else? I want to go to the next
mhm.
topic.
So yesterday, back in the mentorship, we touched on Antarctica for a little bit
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And I, as a Zeta being, apparently had a lifetime where I died in Antarctica or in a place like it. That we wanted to touch in like what the alien presence in Antarctica right now is and what the goals are. One moment. Yes. I'm being shown there's a clearing there. Um, and actually, if you see a map of Antarctica, sometimes you'll see them as a pie chart where different countries are connected. Being shown something like that, it's like there's sectors of Antarctica being cleared right now. And I'm seeing one in like an underground tunnel that goes under one of these sectors um, that's being cleared at this moment. Let me look at this on the map actually. Antarctica. Hmm. Apologies. So it feels like it's within the Norwegian or possibly Australian region that is being cleared right now. Can I see I'm sensing this big tunnel within the Norwegian portion of Antarctica that's being worked on.
Mm-hmm.
A large tunnel system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Lovely.
It actually connects to the South Pole as well. It goes not all the way to the sea, but close to it. Uh, it feels like it was there's a little bit of Nazi energy there, but I'm feeling they're not really saying what's there. That it does feel like a little bit of Nazi energy there,
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
or possibly a bit of Nordic. Uh, like Cleanin, that negative Nordic. But there's also there's a mix of things there. It's really hard to pin down at the moment. As you know, Antarctica is one of those regions that's kind of hard to get a reading on exactly. But
Yeah, it is. Yeah, well, for obvious reasons.
Though it feels like the sort of Argentinian and United Kingdom regions have been cleared. So that the the western portions of Antarctica are being cleared. One moment. I actually see in the future there a lot more activity within the western regions of Antarctica.
Okay.
I actually see possibly discovery of oil within the peninsula, the one that connects to or that nearly connects to South America. There will be discovery of resources there on the coast. I don't see a very strong likelihood of the non what's that treaty called? I see the treaty that eventually being broken down, especially as the weather warmed and Antarctica becomes a bit more of an interest. Any questions?
There's more of an alien presence around, the South Pole, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Not just the South Pole itself, but all of Antarctica.
Yeah, but isn't there like energies there to keeping people out? Like aliens on here want them there?
Yes,
Something
there
like
is.
that. That's a feeling I get from that.
There is a strong energy underneath the South Pole that is very deep underneath the South Pole. Again, it's connected by a large system of tunnels, mostly.
Mm-hmm. And they're connected. I mean, yeah, it's an entrance into Agartha.
Yeah.
Also, but there's more to it than that.
It's more than just Agartha. It's
Just a lot is being hidden there. Atlantis, whatever it might be.
it almost seems like there's a strong. It's not just Agartha. Like, I see a portal through Agartha scattered around Antarctica. But the South Pole, there's something that's being hidden. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
It's a very strong source of energy in the South Pole that's hard to get a reading on.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's being hidden.
Yeah. Something that's when the Earth starts to shift into a higher dimensional, come out, whatever it is. I guess they're a lot of higher dimensional beings there. I guess. I guess even the aliens on here know what it is in the fourth and fifth dimensions. I guess.
But even then, it is sort of. It does have part of the shift. So if the darker forces have control of the South Pole, they can have the greater control of the process of ascension. They can make it more painful. They can make it take slower. So, as the the extraterrestrials, the ones that are on our side that are clearing Antarctica, the more Antarctica gets cleared, this negative control mechanism, the more easy the time will be to ascend, the less slow and painful it will be, so to speak.
Yeah, makes sense.
The less complicated. So it's a gradual process of clearing out some of these places within Antarctica. And right now, at this moment, I see a greater shift in like the Norwegian and Australian sectors of Antarctica.
Yeah, so you can say around the Arctic regions, that's just to keep us balanced, to keep us from like our timelines are connected to it.
To what?
To Antarctica. Just to keep our planet, moving in the right direction. Because obviously, a lot of beings can put us in the wrong direction pretty easily
Mm-hmm.
without.
Well, to think about it, it's sort of because they're connected to if they're connected to the Earth in the way that it's hiding a lot of things. It's very deeply connected with the Earth as a being.
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, it's kind of like if you think of the Earth as a person, um, this person can be manipulated. It could be
Mm-hmm.
has an identity. It has a multitude of identities. So it's kind of like it's comparing it to a person with different sort of facets to them. The Earth has different facets to itself. The Earth can be manipulated like a being can, like any being can. Um,
Or it's like a school principal, something like that. Those are in charge of the university, you know, kind of making sure our operations keep going in the right direction,
mm,
something like that.
kind of what I'm saying is it's kind of like thinking about the Earth itself as it's a psyche of the
Mm-hmm.
Earth, if you could
Mm-hmm.
say. You could think that Antarctica is actually very deeply connected to the psyche in a sense
Yeah.
because it keeps things hidden. It keeps things underground. It's also connected to a lot of the deeper parts of the Earth. Agartha, it's connected to different realities of the Earth, different facets of the Earth. So
Yeah.
if you control Antarctica, in a sense, you can kind of control the Earth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Definitely. Definitely see that.
In a sense, it's even stronger than the Arctic, because um, the Arctic is more like it's the most prominent part of global warming. You had all these countries, you still had civilization in the Arctic, but not in the Antarctic. You had, Canada and Russia and the United States competing for the Arctic right now. And if you look at think of it as the chart, the south side of the chart, usually the internal, um, like a zodiac chart, sorry, like astrology. The south is much more internal, where the north is external.
Mm.
So in a sense, a lot of Earth itself is kind of um, anchored in Antarctica.
Yeah.
That's why the energy there is so strong and
Mm-hmm.
it's well detected.
And hard to get to, and
Mm-hmm.
not really. They don't want anybody to get to it, really.
Right.
I mean, it's a no-fly zones, and I don't think just anybody can go there. I guess
You can.
so.
It's possible. It's possible to go to the outskirts,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
tourism, but
Yeah.
you can't go to the South Pole itself
Yeah.
very easily.
While being stopped or something, or
Mm.
makes sense, or whatever it is.
I mean, there are bases down there, but
Yeah. No doubt. And
right,
there's probably pirates around, at least the South Pole. I imagine there's somebody over there somewhere. You
probably
know,
yeah,
you're out in the middle of nowhere. You never know.
yeah,
Hmm. Interesting. And we're not going to hear about it.
right. Again, it's very mysterious in the sense it's connected to different versions of Earth. It's connected to Agartha,
Mm-hmm.
connected to the Earth itself in essence. It's it's very mysterious because it has to be. It's very connected to the mysteries of the Earth. Uh,
Yeah, there's a couple islands out there. The Sandwich Islands, the Falkland Islands. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, the outskirts. I can see that.
There are also bases around the coast, on the coast
Mm-hmm.
of Antarctica, which you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I see a lot more competition going around the peninsula, the one that connects to or nearly connects to Argentina and Chile. I see a lot of competition around there. Um,
Yeah.
as the resources will be found down there. I see offshore oil potentially.
in the territories, the Sandwich, was said South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands. That's right next to South Antarctica, and it's a British territory, of course.
One of the,
Imagine the Falkland Islands are British too. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I see. It's actually there's not a lot going down, especially in the
No.
Falklands. I do feel in this South Georgia Island. I do see kind of the Atlantean connection there. There are some old, unused structures there.
Mm-hmm.
That's also connected to yeah, I think it's connected to Atlantis. But it's very underground. It's very hard to access, even though even though people like the Illuminati or the shadow government, it's hard to access the technology.
Mm-hmm.
But it's there still.
Well, it seems like if you go to those islands, however you get there, I guess by boat, it's still not easy to get to.
Right.
It seems like the aliens can mess with you. I mean, not that they'll show up physically, but I get that sense they can interact with you a little bit better there.
Yeah. I mean, there is a high elevation there. Plus, it is connected to Antarctica, close to.
Yeah, technically, yeah, it's not too far away.
Right.
So it's you can have some kind of interaction.
And I feel that actually the British do own it for a reason. It's not just a random piece of land. It's
yeah, not at all.
It's kind of think of it kind of like the shadow government. You think about how China, they build artificial islands so they have control of the sea, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so like this just here, the ownership of the South Georgia Island. It's kind of ownership, the purpose of having access to Antarctica and the waters around it.
Yeah.
Because there is a Atlantean and deep connections within that area.
Well, that will start to expose itself eventually when the time is right.
Oh yeah, eventually it will. Yeah, definitely.
I'll explore it more in the future. All right, you want to go into the Pharaohs?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you feel that. Whatever you pick up on it. Modern day Pharaohs. Whatever you feel from that.
I see actually a lot of pharaohs. This energy they're connected to our music industry. You think about the gold icon pharaoh, the gold headwear. And it gave me the impression that it's connected to like Beyonce, even. I'm getting from that. So it's connected to a lot to our music industry. A lot of the entertainment industry is connected to the pharaohs, of course. You have these icons that are well known and like a pharaoh would be. So it's sort of the top leader icon. So in that sense, it is connected to our modern day um, culture. It's more of a cultural thing than a political. So a lot of the pharaoh energy today is connected to our Illuminati energy. The Illuminati touches itself through this energy of the pharaohs.
And they usually keep a low profile, right? I don't know if they walk around with gold or something, or some might, but they still keep a low profile.
It's more there aren't as much of like actual pharaohs walking in gold. It's more the symbolic.
Well, like gold rings or something, or
Yeah, gold rings.
I get gold energy from them, so they might give it
Exactly.
out. They might not wear it themselves, but like music producers and them probably wear gold ring
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that.
The way that they are around today in the modern day, they express themselves through other people's media.
Hmm.
Like I see Beyonce is connected to the pharaohs.
Hmm.
Um,
Like created by them, like through astral.
um, in this sense, there's actually some Anunnaki energy there. Um,
Yeah.
that's also connected to Egypt.
I feel like revenge energy from her, trying to get back at people. Feels like she got sacrificed at one
Hmm.
time. Maybe during Egyptian time.
Hmm.
But the energy I get from her, she was, yeah, alive during the Egyptian time periods, and she was sacrificed.
Let me see.
What's the energy I get from that?
It seems like she was sent down, like from the Anunnaki, into Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
More like she might have been a pharaoh's wife, in a sense.
Yeah, could
Um,
be. Yeah.
yeah, or a lover, meant to help to control and hypnotize the people. In a sense, it's kind of like almost like a Cleopatra and Anthony story.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she was Cleopatra, but it's kind of like that
Yeah.
energy there.
Maybe a low profile.
Yes,
I'm not sure if she was married. Yeah, she might have been just a.
a lover.
Yeah,
But
you
she kind of hypnotized people,
yeah.
It's kind of like today, like she'd be loved in kind of hypnotizing in a sense, an icon.
She's kind of making up for a lot of what she lost
Mm-hmm.
in that life, something like that.
Yes, I see that.
Mm.
I think the energy of the Pharaoh itself, even
Mm.
though it's the same tactic is there, the energy itself has changed a lot. Um, there's no, I don't see much of the Pharaoh aesthetic as much than the ruling elite, but
Mm.
it's connected to different energies there. It's all connected. The different names for the same thing. Basically, it's all kind of connected. It's just sort of a leadership or a shadow cabal energy there. It's not just Pharaoh energy there. It's just the Pharaoh is just one way of looking at it. It's one aspect of
Yeah,
a whole greater
one
thing.
aspect of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they do play a role. Some,
Hmm.
they all play different roles. I mean, the pyramids on the dollar bill, so it has some.
Hmm. Well, that can also be pinned down to Western society based on earlier Mediterranean society. And so it's kind of the roots is from the energy of the pharaohs and the, also energy of the European and Asian leaders.
Well, like but we're gonna go into the second part anyway. Like this kind of relates to it. So Manhattan's kind of like a seed place for pharaoh energies or elite to or and Connecticut, but I think Manhattan is more used for funneling money and influence.
I see actually. Yes, there's a different energies there. There's actually competing energies there. I actually
Yeah.
feel a reptilian energies in Manhattan.
Interesting. Yeah. What about Connecticut? Is that like a Illuminati like where they live?
Movement.
Some of them do. Of course, they're scattered about, but
Right. Connecticut. I do see some there. Although it's kind of lighter. It feels a lot more
Mhm.
almost Atlantean in a sense.
So it's more like your more positive Illuminati.
Yes, I would say so.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's not as dense as Manhattan is.
Yeah, Manhattan's like, yikes.
hmm Manhattan is a lot more aggressive.
Yeah. So just giving, so Connecticut elites, you give people more of a, that's more of the, positive energies, and that's not too
hmm
far from Manhattan. So Manhattan's
Right.
where the real dark side operates, which makes sense.
Right.
So it's expensive in both places, but I think it's more expensive in Manhattan. But
Well,
yeah.
it's also very crowded and they're manipulated there.
Hmm.
Going to Manhattan, it's a very high strung region.
Hmm.
It uh and of course it's dominated by the Illuminati and also by different alien races. There's also a very high reptilian energy there.
Well, here, let's go into that movie Eyes Wide Shut. You ever heard of that?
I haven't watched that now.
Oh no! Oh, they go to a house of like a. They go to a wealthy house where they have like a rich person's orgy.
Hmm.
I was wondering. Yeah, I don't know why I'm thinking that, but I mean the dark side. They take them somewhere. They do that stuff. I don't know if that's in a. You can probably look that up.
It does like New England, yeah. The energy
Okay.
is
Yeah, it's still a darker area wherever.
I'm getting possibly Boston vibration from it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Boston is actually probably the higher area for Illuminati. Actually, it's
I mean, more positive or
negative.
okay.
I mean, it's not all negative. But it's
Hmm.
also
Hmm. Hmm.
it's a lot more heavy. I would say.
Yeah.
Boston is connected to the founding of America. Boston Tea
Yep.
Party. Um,
Yep. The history. Yep.
there's all
Um,
kind of it's very unique and heavy vibration there. The energies there that's being played out. Uh, it's kind of done kind of chaos there. This Boston. And so the
well,
Illuminati is kind of
yeah.
living in and born of that. Uh, so the chaos is using that to kind of blend in there. It's how do I explain it?
No, I understand. Well, it's a mindset too
Yeah, mindset.
of America. They want to keep that going. You know, the
Yeah,
belief system. You know, yeah,
it's
definitely.
very it's almost as far as the spiritual aspect of Illuminati, it is very strong in Boston.
Yeah, it's very old.
It's very old and very Venusian in a sense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's very controlling.
Mm-hmm.
So all the attention goes to Manhattan, but that doesn't have to be the only place.
Well, Manhattan's a mixture of energy, but there's a lot of dirty work going there. It's just very controlled.
Yeah,
But it's not just the Illuminati, whereas the Illuminati have very strong grasp in Boston.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Who would look at Boston? You would always look at Manhattan, the big cities, Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of actors come from. I'm pretty sure it's Boston. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Ben Affleck, I think, comes from there.
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts, yeah, I believe
Right.
so. Yeah, so New Jersey. Isn't New Jersey not too far? New Jersey's not much. Just
Um,
not that far.
New Jersey is, I see, is more like a. It's a very cosmopolitan area. It's very mixed.
Yeah, it's more
There's a
blue
lot of
collar.
what's
Yes,
that?
blue collar in some ways.
Yeah, like you think of New Jersey as the I'm sorry, New York as sort of the immigrant area, right? That's actually
Mm-hmm,
New Jersey in the sense it's also
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
known for that. Maybe not as much, but New Jersey has a lot more alien energy there. Lots of alien energy there.
Yeah,
Um,
but
I
yeah,
would say most people there had a very strong connection to some alien species more so than that.
but Boston is. Yeah, I have to look into more of that. Yeah, makes sense.
And the whole New York and New Jersey area, especially northern New Jersey, it's just functional because it has a lot of competing energy there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Boston does have some. Yeah, I feel some leadership energies there that they're
Yeah.
running things and from being quiet. They're not getting all the attention.
Exactly.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Pay attention to the big guys. Don't look at us.
Right.
Hmm. All right.
Right.
Yeah, in Philadelphia, I imagine that has some.
I'll check it out.
Boston, Philadelphia. Okay.
Philadelphia, yes, I would say it does have some. Not quite as strong. But Philadelphia doesn't have it. Yeah, it is. It's very stratified in a way. Energy is very stratified. It was controlled, but not as controlled as Boston. Boston has a lot more of its own energy there than Philadelphia does. Um, it's like a smaller form of Boston in a sense. I'd say smaller, more industrial, more stratified.
Right. Just taking a look at the map.
You hear an airplane?
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York. Yeah, Boston's definitely the stronger
Right.
of all of them, no doubt.
Mhm.
But they also play a significant role. Philadelphia, maybe yeah, Philadelphia, maybe not so much anymore.
No.
There's something there, but
It is. It is controlled there. It's older. Well, it's not older. It's actually younger, but it's less pronounced.
yeah.
Less.
What about Delaware?
Delaware.
Everybody, freaking all the companies, a lot of them,
Mhm.
Delaware, you can get like a business license there, a corporate one, pretty cheap, and it's not too far from Washington. You can
Well,
throw a rock at it.
the thing about like as far as the Illuminati goes, it seems like they keep their money away from where they do their business. In a sense, it's
hmm
a lot of um the money is aspect is kept away and it's kind of kept in these hidden corners, like Delaware or these islands and tax havens in a sense. It's kept away in these regions where it's just data. It's not really where to operate from. It's like a bank for them. Um,
Yeah, Delaware is just where they live, I guess. That's another.
it's not even where they live to say. I think Boston's a stronger location for that.
Okay.
Um,
So you're so. your wannabe elite living nowhere, something like that.
Yeah, but like as far as like the fourth dimensional aspect of the Illuminati, the
Awesome.
the actual manipulation, it
Mm-hmm.
takes place in different places than where money is stored.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's sort of like you have these regions where it's less. There's no it's not it's visible where they keep the money at. That would be Delaware, um, and the islands, and even in Manhattan. But as far as the actual apparatus that they use is in these higher cities like Boston or New York or even Philadelphia, but especially Boston.
Okay. Interesting.
Boston and London.
So Boston is the hidden gem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you always hear New York or Los Angeles. Boston is
Mhm.
never on the ever on anything.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's
All
just
the other, like
yeah. Go ahead.
places like Delaware and other also mostly busy work. It's not the actual apparatus, so to speak. It's just part of it. It's kind of like it's just kind of like kept there, the safekeeping. It's not where things are really done. Make sense, kind of.
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yep. Yep, I feel it. It's not very welcoming. Or it doesn't want to be, noticed, or it doesn't want to be you know, it does have an elite energy around it, that's for sure.
I would even say Maine has some elite energy. That it's a lot more hidden even,
Yeah.
especially like southern Maine. Even if it's more rural in the sense, it's a lot. It's still very controlled by the Illuminati. It's very
Well, Stephen King's there.
yeah. It's very dense there. Like that Stephen King there. Yeah, that's part of it too.
That's
Um.
Archon. Oh, yeah, I thought it was Archon energy.
Mm, Let me look that up. Stephen King.
What the fuck?
Hmm. I see Zeta energy, but also Archon. I think Zeta, he's seen a lot of different things that inspired his horror stories. He's a traveler. He did experience a lot of things at a Zeta. But that kind of inspired him to write what he did. Sort of cosmic horror, industriation. Because he'd been in these places. He'd been in a lot of these horror stories himself.
Hmm.
So
Like tortured? Yeah.
yeah.
He's good. Well, his way to fame is like his father was a writer. Of course, he left, but that kind of
Mm.
inspired King to continue it. And even in Stephen King's first book, Carrie, he hasn't liked the end of the book that this is going to be made into a movie. So he kind of created a timeline
Mm.
for it to be made into a movie.
I feel like he's actually, as far as lifetimes go, he's actually been a mentor to his father.
Yeah,
Um,
and his
in
father
past life.
mentored. Yeah, his father mentored him to
Yeah.
kind of like to push him towards it. Like he was a failure. His dad was
Mhm.
a failure, so his son
Mm.
kind of excelled. Yeah, they kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, they do.
The father would be successful, and then the King would just watch it, something like that. King's been around for
Yeah,
a long time.
I mean, King is a very old. Stephen King is a very old soul. He's been around the block quite a lot as
Mm-hmm.
the theme in general. Um,
What
I
is it?
can see him connected to like almost connected to the Cthulhu legend in some sense.
Yeah, I can see that.
Um,
Yeah, he's kind of taking it easy in this life for the most part. He's having fun.
and that's
I
yeah,
mean,
that's fine. It's like releasing some of that energy in some of his past life.
yeah,
Because
I
he's had a
mean,
lot of trauma in past lives,
yeah, yeah, torture.
torture,
Uh,
trauma. A lot of heaviness there.
what else? Um, yeah, because he had a cocaine addiction when he was as a writer in the beginning,
Hmm.
and he got out of that. And then, like in the '90s, I think it was the late '90s, he was jogging and a guy hit him. Maybe it was the 2000s. Hit him, almost killed him,
Mm-hmm. And that's
and
the show Misery. I think
uh,
is that what you're talking about?
no, this really happened to him.
I know, I thought like based on Misery. That's what it's
Oh
based
no, that was cocaine. I think that was cocaine.
on.
Cocaine. I think it was cocaine that inspired Misery.
Oh.
The girl that was beating the crap out of him was cocaine. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Hmm.
But yeah, King was jogging and a truck hit him. The guy was drunk or something, hit him, almost killed King, and then the driver died not too long after that. He felt
Huh.
bad and everything, and he died. And King was all screwed up. He was in a wheelchair for a long time, and he recovered. I mean, I don't think fully, but he's back to writing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was weird how the driver died of
Yeah.
unknown causes. I don't think he killed him.
Hmm.
He just died out of it was because things were going pretty good for King. I guess nothing was really going on for him. Sometimes
Hmm.
people have that. Things aren't happening. Something happens. So
Right.
you know, so just the way it is. Not everybody has it. And another thing about Boston is Edgar Allan Poe.
With what?
Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Forgot about
Uh,
that.
Again, there's a lot of uh energy within Boston that's still being expressed and that's being used by the Illuminati in a sense that especially the whole uh northern part of the eastern coast, it's kind of covered in this energy, old, dark and heavy energy.
I didn't realize the slavery. Yeah, and then I'm so used to like Georgia as a slavery. Um, every time I think about slavery, it's always the South.
Yeah.
Georgia, all those states around that area. Never really thinking about Boston too much. Anyway,
Hmm. Yeah.
all right. Okay. Anything else before we
Uh,
close out?
what's the one last thing?
Is there anything else?
Um, no, I think it's on our list actually. Let me check to see if there's anything we need to be said. Yes, they're saying that Boston is actually starting to get cleared out at the moment. I see there's alien energies within the universities within Boston, um,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where a lot of the energies there is becoming more positive. It's becoming more dimensional. Older slow time, I do see alien energies within the universities, within the older uh, energies. It's kind of bringing it within. It's healing within the older establishments. So even though there was a lot of darkness, and there still is, it's being healed. And I see a lot of energies being lightened up. I still Zetas. Uh, um, yeah, because Zetas actually, as intellectuals, they're logical intellectual beings. They have a stronger resonance within our universities, within our education system. So it's kind of bringing more of the higher relation to our universities.
That's right. Forgot about Harvard. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's oh yeah, no doubt about it. There's
So I
Yale
see.
University. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the universities. Yeah.
But I see it's gradually being lightened up and improved within alien energy, kind of going into there and including things.
So we don't
A lot
really.
more Zeta energy. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we don't really. So I mean, obviously, we don't know all the universities. We know kind of the major ones. Yale.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Harvard is usually known as the biggest one, right? Or the
Exactly.
biggest. So that makes sense.
Mhm.
Same as London. The one Oxford College. I
Yeah.
think that's the big
Mhm.
one. So follow the universities, and that'll lead
Exactly.
you to like controllers of the world.
Exactly.
Makes sense. Yeah. Don't normally look at it that way, but I mean we know it, but we don't really you know it, but you don't know it.
Yeah.
Don't know how to look at it. So yeah. I remember Harvard, but I never really thought about, Boston itself.
Mhm.
Thanks. You always think, yeah, like I said, New York is usually because that's where they do a lot of their work is through New York, but it's not really
Mhm.
the.
I mean, there's a difference between doing the work, the pencil pushing, and
Hmm.
actually inhabiting the lifestyle of the Illuminati.
Yeah, setting the timelines.
Yeah.
All right, we can look at Harvard next time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
Yale.
Any other questions or anything to add?
That's it. That's it. Anything you want
Uh.
me to? Let me see if I can pick up anything that you need to know.
Sure.
It's you. Yeah, Antarctica. I think you go there and astro a lot to get your, I would say, orders. But also you give them a rundown of what you're picking up.
Hmm.
But I see like a tall Zeta there that you do talk to. Not to say you get order. I mean, you get order. I mean, however you want to look at orders, not your typical orders, but it's kind of like what's the agenda. I
Hmm.
don't know. You might go there once a week, maybe every day. Because in Antarctica, you can see timelines around the Earth a little bit more clearly. Not that you
Mhm.
download it here, but
Exactly. It's like the whole nervous system of the Earth
yeah,
is connected there.
I think you're mostly connected. Now, even where you live now, kind of, you're around the cold regions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a reminder. It's kind of like it's cold here, it's cold there. It
Right.
has some kind of connection there. It's like once you, I don't know, whatever you need to accomplish there, then you're out of there. So,
Yeah. What are they accomplish in stars in Antarctica or in Michigan?
and where you live right now, yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
yeah, whatever it is, it's coming to an end, but it's not ended yet. I don't know if it'll be
Yeah.
years or they're not saying if it's years or what. They're not really saying. Kind of leaving that up to you.
Hmm. Yeah. It's totally. I see that. Yeah.
I don't know. Just
And I can still look on this new line. It's just kind of like when it comes to an end.
yeah. Um, so
Yeah.
we just have to wait and see. So all
Exactly.
right, yeah. All right,
Blessings.
all right. Much love, everyone. Hopefully, this is educational.
Yeah.
Take care.